All right, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Vinny,
I'm Dylan.
and Dylan's giving us his weekly swing trade picks again. It's a
Yeah,
fun little, fun little series.
we're on fire the last 3 weeks. We're killing it.
I definitely have seen some growth within like some of your picks and stuff like that, which is pretty cool.
It's definitely helping my FUBU losses.
I know, right? It's funny how that works.
It's like, keeping me afloat.
Yeah, like Apple is my largest position, and Apple's been like down over the last 2 months, but like all my other positions have basically kept me on a slight upward trend. It's just not as profound as it would have been if Apple was still engaged.
I really need to listen to what I preach. I didn't take applied materials, and I said this is going to break out. I would have had 5R. Did exactly what I thought it would.
It happens. All right. I recognize some of these ticker symbols. So once again, this channel is called Two Stupid Guys Trade Stocks. Do so what we do at your own peril. As you said, Dylan doesn't even take his own advice half the time because
I should.
He should.
These stocks are killing it.
I know, but investing is, although very, very important, and I think necessary to a degree. There are very real risks and associated with it, so you could lose all of your money. So don't forget that.
All of it.
All right. So Dylan breaks his trades down into like 3 different levels, basically, of risk. Low to medium is kind of, well-known companies that are just falling on a little bit of a hard time and have a good opportunity to enter them. And then you kind of go up the ladder here till you get the home run, high-risk, terrifying stocks, which are companies that have never turned a profit probably and never will. And
except this week. This week's high risk is abnormal.
Interesting. Okay.
Well-known company.
Yeah. All right, low to medium, Bank of America. This is actually one I'm long in currently.
Yeah, and I'm gonna get in it. Actually, no, I'm already in it at 39, I think.
Nice.
So Bank of America current price 39.49. This stock has a lot of momentum. I looked at Schwab, I look at Citi. I really like this more because it looks like it's gonna break 40. They got good support at their 9 EMA at 38.50 and their 20 simple and 20 EMA at the 30.70 range or 37.80 range. You want to share the screen here?
It's funny. I actually have it. I'm short a covered call on Bank of America at 40 for April 16th expiration date.
That's out. You're screwed. That's not going to work for you, man. Although I will say, I think they report earnings on the 15th. Can you check that while I do this?
Yeah.
So basically, we made an approach over 40 and then we fell, right? And then we ended up gapping down, coming down here, and then we held it pretty well. And then, we corrected on low volume. That's a healthy correction. Usually I would want to see this hit one more time and fail, and then I'm in it. The reason why I'm in it now is because we're increasing volume. And this correction was fairly low volume, and it bounced right off the 20 EMA. So I think this may shoot through 40 and, keep on going up. So I think, Vinny, you're going to lose your calls, buddy.
Yeah. I should have checked the earnings calendar too. That was a bad strike date. We'll say I'm actually about even on it right now, anyways. But yeah, and it's not on my entire position. It's just I just have one call. But
all right, go back for me. So that is the lower one, the medium to high risk. This is your baby, Vinny.
Yeah, I love Simon Property Group, man. My wife just went to one of their properties, I think last weekend, shopping with one of our friends, and she was telling me about the lines were like around the corner to get into some of the stores. That I think retail comeback is actually underpriced for the market right now. All the stimulus checks and. Simon was $150, $160 a share prior to the pandemic, and they've not had to dilute shareholders either. So they're still very much deserved to be back at the same price, in my opinion.
They are. So buy zone depends. Once again, these are not sexy stocks. They just make money, so that's good. But depends on the open. It bounced off the 50 SMA a couple times. They got great support at 108.45. If you want to switch to the chart for me. Yep. So this is my favorite strategy. All right, it's when it hits a high, not a high because their high is like at Vinny said. What is it? Was it like? Oh yeah, we're all the way up here. No, dude, their high is like 192 going back. They're at 150 before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Jeez. So hit a high, healthy correction, hit a high again, correction on kind of a lot of volume, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. But we bounced off this 50 SMA and we're increasing in volume, as you can see, back to their average volume with a nice, I forgot what this is called, hammer, my bad. So it looks like that we could break out of this range. You got support all the way at 108.35. A better support would be 111. That's probably where I would put a stop loss, depending on what happens on Monday. But this can break out for a really good trade here. So
Nice.
I am liking that one.
Yeah, I am long in SPG in 2 different accounts.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a position this week. I just need to see what happens. Okay. Costco. Why is this high risk? I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Usually, do they just start making NFTs or something?
No, it's because of the setup, actually. They're in a very, very tight range. So if you're going to buy and hold, you'd probably be fine. But if you're going to do a classic swing trade where you risk a lot more money than you usually would with the stop loss, that's why this is high risk. Gotcha. If you're going to buy and hold, it's not high risk. But if you're going to do what I do, very high risk. Because you could stop out. If you want to go to the chart here. So the 200 SMA, which is a classically strong, very strong level, is right here at 350.05. They're trading at 354.94. They have hit like 357.67, almost to the penny, within a quarter, 3 times in the last 4 days, and they keep on bouncing down. We have solid volume. It could bounce up. My stop loss is going to be quite close on this one. It's going to be I'll give it a little bit of room, 347. So I'm risking only $7 based on that opening price. So I'm looking for a 2, 3, or 4 to 1 R. If I take it, it kind of depends on Monday, but that's why this is in a high risk category. It's because of the entry and the stop loss. Because I don't want to sit through a correction where this goes all the way down to 330. I don't want to sit through that. I don't have the patience. So, hence the high risk.
Hey, did you ever heard of the Easter rally?
For like retail stuff like Costco and Target.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, classically retail stocks are up both the day before and the day after Easter weekend. I don't know, it's like an interesting phenomenon in the market. April is usually one of the better overall market months too. So,
all right, go to hopefully that works.
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, so this is popping on StockTwits right now. They created a test to diagnose and differentiate between COVID-19 and influenza type A and B, and you get your results in 15 minutes with decent specificity. We don't need to show the chart on this one. They're basically in a downtrend going from $8 all the way to $3, but over the weekend they popped up to $5.55 in after hours pricing. So you may want to keep an eye on this one. From where they're at, 550, they're at their volume point of control. So it could be interesting. This could raise to $8, to be honest.
Interesting.
This could be a runner.
Yeah.
Go to Nexties. INMD. All right, so these 3 stocks are all solid for swings. I don't like the entry, so I'm waiting. So let's go to in mode real quick. They did kind of go up on volume, which is very attractive. They hit once up here. What I'm looking for is for them to hit again, fail, and come back down to this 9 EMA around, I don't know, maybe 71 at that time, and then I am going to take it. So this may be in next week. Like I said, my favorite pattern is when it hits a high and fails, and then it does it one more time and fails. Because after that, the moving averages kind of push it upwards. So
yeah, interesting.
That is in mode.
You got a triple topper.
Triple topper. And then PENN. Here, I'll just bring them up right now. Ooh, that's not the right button. So PENN, little bit of the same thing. Current price 107.52. I didn't like how this didn't have volume as it gapped up. I was not a fan of that. So what I kind of want to happen is I want it to bounce off of this 100 SMA one time. It has respected this quite well in the past. You can see it did down here as well. So I want it to just come a little bit closer to 100, and then I'll take it. And then CALX. CALX, same thing. It's too far from the support. I don't like the entry because for me to get a 2-to-1, it'd have to go all the way up to here. I'm not a fan of that. I don't want to count on a stock hitting all-time highs because there could be so much consolidation in this period, just like how long this took. So I don't want to tie up my money too long. So I'm waiting for this to come back to about 33 for a double bottom and then go up.
Interesting. Let's check a peek and see how your last week's picks did there, I guess, huh?
Solid. So a lot of these set up. I didn't take all of these. Like AMAT, I put in that you should exit because it's crazy extended now. It shot from my buy point at 115 to 141 over like 8 days. So if you took it, great. I didn't, unfortunately. I did take X. Actually, it should still be in this green ongoing category. I swung X 3 different times. So I actually, me personally, I have 5R, 2R, and I'm still in it with 100 shares. I moved Piton, Pelendar, Yandex, and Netflix all into the green ongoing category. My chip stocks are all starting to finally pan out. This has been there forever, and I might just sell it because it's annoying. And then these two are setting up still. So overall, nothing hit the stop loss. Blue didn't set up. I was waiting for it to have momentum on the upwards way. And Neo, it is up from where I said, you can buy it. It's up about $3, but it never gave me a safe entry. I felt like I was just gambling. So it is up. I think Verizon is up, and so is Citi from the didn't set up group. But they're all up. So is Plug, actually. It didn't feel like a safe entry. So
yeah, I mean, you're still up. Your ratio of winners versus hit stop loss is greater than 2-to-1. So
yeah, it's actually 37-7. So I'm on almost 5-to-1.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's you can't really ask for too much better than that if you're being disciplined about your entries and stop loss criteria. So
yeah, awesome. Really, the didn't set up category is more I couldn't get a good entry. It might have left right after me. Yandex, I got a okay entry. It's not awesome. Piton, I got a great entry.
Nice. Yeah, you gotta love that. Can't complain.
Yes, sir. That's Vinny's face because he doesn't like swing trading.
Yeah, I don't know. I have I taken a swing or two before? Yeah, but it's I don't know. I'm not the I much rather look at the company's financials than I would their stock price chart.
How about that 37R to 7R loss, Vinny?
Yeah,
how about that? That means if your risk is $100, you'd have lost 700 and gained 3,700. That's not anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting for sure. One of the things that I'm not sure if we do comparison of swing trade versus value investing, head-to-head video, but a lot of the research into that is looked at frictional cost, the broker commissions and the kind of the split between the buy and ask there, the spread. The real question now is in the day of low cost or free brokerage accounts,
because now the spread on all these stocks is 1 cent.
Yeah, how does that affect the frictional costs and what their effect is ultimately on your rate of return year over year? It's an interesting thing to look at. I haven't honestly seen anyone look at that, but I'm sure someone already has some data.
Sounds like we're going to do a video on it, is what I just heard.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. A little value investing versus swing trading, kind of like a head-to-head comparison 2021, updated. Stay tuned for that one. I think that's a good idea.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys in the next one.